Hi, Karen. This is Mike Miller in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was diagnosed in 2010 and chose to do active surveillance for a couple of years um, before we got to the point where it would seem to be evident that it was time for some treatment. Okay, after I was diagnosed, I did a lot of research of my own on the internet, which took me to some dietary things, some doctors that specialize in prostate cancer. We seriously changed our diet as a basis of some things we found online. And in 2000, late 2012, I think, it was determined that I had progressed in severity and quantity with the prostate cancer, and so the decision was made to go ahead with treatment. My urologist here offered surgery, radiation, and HIFU, and was in fact trained in HIFU. But I had already made a decision kind of as to who I wanted to have do it. He encouraged that I pursue that, and I did. And then we set up the treatment for March of 2013 in Bermuda. You know, my main memory of the treatment was getting in the van afterwards, and there was a fellow from New England with us, and he said, "I think I want to sue somebody because I don't think anything happened." I mean, that was how consequential the treatment was. I think I was in for about 3 hours. I think about 2 of that was mapping the prostate, an hour or so ablating the cancer, and then, you know, woke up, recovered, and we were back at the hotel for dinner. The recovery at home went fine. The catheter business is a mild inconvenience for a couple of weeks, but compared to everything I've known about with friends that have had radiation and surgery, as I told my wife, compared to childbirth and a car accident, it was absolutely nothing. And so after 2 weeks, the catheter came out, and that was that. My current PSA is, I think it's 0.4 is what it is, and it's been stable for the last year and a half. I'm now down to visits to the urologist every 6 months. My current state of health is probably better than it was when I went in. I've had no significant side effects from the treatment. I think my main word of wisdom would be to do your own research, just like I did, because as I understand it, virtually any of the treatments available now will work. The question for me was the consequences of the side effects that you'd get from each of those treatments. And from my urologist, the side effects of surgery and radiation were fairly grim. And he told me that the odds of negative side effects from the HIFU would be almost nil, and which is in fact what turned out to be the case. So I mean, I am delighted with what happened, and I would recommend somebody who's a good candidate for it to consider HIFU. And I wasn't paid to say that.